Okay, this is starting to look... Oh no. Got another headland bale as well. I probably should have bought the case around and just picked them all up. Get them out of the way. So one of the reasons I'm turning to the left is it makes the turn easier for the baler. JCB with this windrow is capable of a very tight turn, and the class and the baler are just not capable of that turn radius. So you end up, if you're not careful, with windrow missed at the start and end of each row, or at least the start of each row, just because the baler's not following straight. So by taking a wider turn, we're facilitating the baler following us at a better course. Okay, sadly that is not hay yet. I mean, all I'm thinking here, obviously I prefer clover hay because it doesn't rot, but even if I do end up with hay, it's an acceptable food source for the same requirement as clover hay. I just can't leave it out in the field as on-field ready food, because it can rot, and I mean we're leaving bales out in the field for days on end. This is a little bit awkward by the looks of it. Okay, I'm hoping to make it all the way along this section without losing the row, and at the end we'll try and extricate that bale. For the most part it looks like the baler is producing clover hay as opposed to anything else. Let's drop that. So what I'm trying to do here is give the hay, or give the dry grass, a little bit extra time to become hay. Might not work, but I'm trying that. And I could row up most of this. It's going to be difficult, because we're now getting into realms of bales in the way. Yeah. Okay, I think here's the plan. I'm gonna stop here. We'll raise that and turn it off. Turn off the engine. Go find our dude here. Turn it off, engine off, raise the thing. Do I want to dump a bale out the back? Yes, okay. 1, 2. Okay. Now I'm going to go and jump in this guy, and we're just going to take a whole bunch of bales up to the farm while we give a little bit more time for that dry grass to dry out to hay. I'm hoping it shouldn't take too long. Currently got a air temperature of 71 degrees, so it should be well on its way to drying. The problem is every time I drove over it with the tedder, it reset the timer. I don't know the details of how much time it takes for a bale to dry versus the air temperature that it's sitting in. But obviously I think the hotter it is, the faster it dries. So we'll just leave it there. And then when it's finished drying, we can bale up the rest of this field and not worry about ending up with grass bales, or we won't get clover bales anymore because that was tedded twice and so is now clover hay. But the light green stuff is still just dry grass, semi-dry grass. It's not hay yet. Hay is very yellow, looks almost straw-like. So as soon as that all dries out, we'll get that done. So as I said, we'll take 2 of these stacks up to the... So I'll take the time out to stack them in the shed, and then once we've taken 2 loads up there, we'll just be good to sell everything else. So we've got 1428. Do I want 28? Maybe 42. Pretty sure I've got 42 here. Well, more than 42. And then the other thing I can do here is those bales are all the same. I believe a song by Joe Jackson. I may be wrong, but there you go. Oh, we are struggling. Okay, I will unload these here. I will push the right button to unload these here and grab the telehandler. Hello. You parked the wrong way. Okay, where are we going to put that bucket? And I'll put the bucket over here. Actually, heck with that. It's much safer if I put the bucket in here, because then I won't forget where it is. Alright, go and grab the bale fork. As I said, this has auto load capability. Oh, that's a bit narrow. Oops. So yeah, right now those bales are images, as I said, so they don't physically exist. I can't interact with them. But as soon as I do that, they become physical objects rolling off the back of this thing. So I can now... Hello, dog! Too close to the cleaning device. Okay. Not sure if auto load is set right now. Now it is, and I get 3 stack higher bales. So this will not take long to put away, except I think my trailer is in the way. Maybe not. Oh, there's enough room against that wall. It was such a pain stacking these bales up originally, right up against the wall. Oh, and as auto-loaded bales, they don't exist. So you have to be very careful not to push them through the back wall. Can do is do this with absolutely zero finesse whatsoever. There we go. Let's suspend realism very slightly. I could stack these 6 high, obviously, but I don't think at this point I'm going to try that. Pick up a little and drop them on the floor. Beep. They're not going to be entirely tidy, but it's good enough for now. I could come in with the JCB and its front loader and push them up against the wall if I felt like it. The problem with these right now is if I drive up to them, the auto loader will just pick them up, and I don't actually want them picked up, I want them stacked in a row over there. Anyway, this is a few more. I'm going to have to be, well, what should we do? I suppose those last 2, all I'm going to do is I'm going to auto load them and just leave them. We won't try and stack them here, because if I come over here with them loaded, because the auto load, or because the forks hold 3, it will probably try and pick up another one from the stuff we've already put in place. So, as I said, I'll grab those 2. And we will back up over here and try not to drive over the dog's food bowl. There we go. Okay, that is the first stack of bales. get this folded down, and we'll run back down to the field, get another stack. So I'm thinking 3 stacks is probably more than we'll ever need, but it's better to have more than not enough. Of course, this little job is going to take us... Yeah, it's much quicker than me driving down, picking stuff up, bringing it back, driving down, because we're doing the little stacking thing as well. So 14 bales. Okay, so yes, this is fine, because another 14 bales will be leave us 1 on the forks, and then a third set will be nice and divisible by 3. Trying to do now is get the bales closest to the area I haven't done yet. It gives me more operating room as we're driving around. So the further away we are from this area, the less impact those bales have on my ability to maneuver. Seriously, we have a lot of bales. 112. I think that was round about my guess. We are going to get a lot more than 112 bales. So, yay. Okay, 11. 12. And these 2 look good. Now, part of the reason for being careful with the what is currently semi-dry grass there is it has no value. And once we've got 3 loads of bales into that shed, I'm kind of looking at selling the rest. Let's pick up the thing. So what I don't want to be doing is taking grass bales to the bale sell point, because we get absolutely nothing for them. The clover hay will get paid for. Now, if they dry out to hay, they have value. So, come on, you can do it. Go, go, go. So that's the reason we're doing what we're doing right now. Okay, a little bit forward. What I'm concerned over here is getting bales past that first door and making it a problem for the telehandler to get in and out of the shed. That's good. I think we're good with that. It's going to do its folding up thing. Might as well wait for it to fold up before I try and turn around. Okay, this will get us a 1. Get us a 1. Thank you. So I haven't heard anything about the CSZ pack coming to FS22 yet. Be nice if we see them. Oh, I can do that, however. That's the thing. The thing with this is once you've done an unload, it will not try and pick up any bales until you move away from them. So, for example, it's fully loaded, so I can quite happily drive past a pile of bales and it won't affect anything. If I get down to here, that's difficult to say. I'll shuffle them over to the left. What I can do is unload this here, and it now will not turn on the auto load feature until I get back to about here. Now the auto load feature's back on, but I'm not near a bale, so there's nothing to pick up. But if I accidentally drove forward, it would pick those bales up again. Ooh, stop. Back up. Okay. So my sideways stacking has been appalling, I would say. I would prefer if all of these were as close to straight as possible, and I have just clipped the door frame. It's not quite so easy to get a telehandler forwards as close to the wall as you can. It works much better in reverse because you don't have the front attacher getting in the way. But it does mean, it does make using this setup a little bit difficult in that, drop that, push that forwards, that's much better. I can't really, from our perspective, turn that way because we're going to scrape the spikes against the wall. So what I really want to do is reverse all the way back and then turn that way. Eventually I'll be risking moving back into detection range of the bales and picking them all up again. Okay, last three of this set. JCB is currently where it is. So yeah, sometimes what I'll do is I drive down here and then reverse back this way because it's easier to get close up to the wall. Shuffle a little bit closer because, you know, if you try turning left, you actually swing your load further away from where you're trying to get it to. Good and bad points of a telehandler. Okay, we can unload that there, or we can push them up. Okay, back off. Okay, I think I'm gonna run forward. We're gonna do a little bit of yard shuffle right now. So I figure I can move those bales close to the wall with the telehandler, but I'm going to have to do it with the next load of bales, and that trailer is in the way. And so's the doorpost again. Okay, we know this, all of this will fit over here. Boop. It's a little bit awkward. It's clover silage, yay. Okay, so that can now be food for the sheep. This I can now put back next to the Land Rover. Ready for the next load of bales that comes. Doggy, why are you sitting on the trailer? You're not going for a ride, okay? Have some food. And we can get our third load. I think third and final load is good. Sadly, I don't have any auto-load pallet forks, which would be really handy, because it would make stacking the sugar beets a little bit easier. With bales, we have the auto-load semi-trailer, so that'll stack 30 bales in 2 wide, 5 long, 3 deep. And being an auto-load semi-trailer, or being an auto-load trailer, it does mean I can stack them very close to each other if I'm careful. But this thing, it's very difficult to stack close and stack adjacent. You kind of have to leave a gap between your rows. And the auto-load forks work well enough if